Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm Gamesplaining Kanban. So if you've watched the first part of the videos, you will know vaguely how to play, except what I haven't got into is what each of the specific spots does. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to start on the furthest right hand end and I'll work my way down. So the very first spot I'm going to deal with is the administration department, which is up here. Now in the administration department, you'll notice there is shorter hours available, but the only thing you're able to do in administration is move up that track. That is mostly there for when this guy moves along the track and doing that particular part. But moving up this track is not a bad thing to do. Then let's move down to this area. This is the design department. What you're going to do in the design department is, other than the research section, you can take one of the available designs and put it onto your board. So if you take one of these two designs, you'll get to move along this track. If you take one of these designs, you'll get one of these tokens. So if he takes that design and puts that onto his board, you can take a maximum of 4 designs. You're not able to discard any of the designs off your board, so if that's full, you can't do any more. So he's taken that, and that comes with a book. He can take another design, so he might, I don't know, take this one, which pushes him forward 1. He has 1 action left, and that might be to take another design, or it might be just to do some research in that time. What I didn't mention, I don't believe I mentioned in the last one, is whoever's furthest forward on the track will get points at the end of the game, so it's worth 5 points and 3 points. If that's what it looks like, blue is actually further ahead than orange. Okay, moving straight along, we come over to this department, which is the logistics department. You have a couple of options here. So first up, you have 2 cards. You can select one of these 2 cards to replenish goods or to add goods. So say for example he chooses this card. He can choose which way around it goes and then push it one direction or the other. So where it's currently sitting, everything on this side, blue and black, will get 1, nothing for this side. If it was sitting like that, white would get 1, black would get 1, orange would get 2, pink would get nothing. Of course, see, you can see that it's on the wrong side of the tracks. If it's flicked like that, orange gets 2, pink gets 1, white gets 1. Once that's happened, that theoretically stays there till the end of the turn. At the end of that turn, that card will then go onto the bottom of the deck and the player will get 1 more card. And that player will get a card. The other thing that happens with that action, so that's cost them 1 of their times or shifts, but it also gives them a benefit of 1 shift banked for later. Then he can use his other couple of shifts to empty something out. So he might go, oh, I want a whole bunch of blue, so take those. Everything from 1 location is worth 1 shift. So those 2 would cost him 1 shift, and he might say, oh, I want a pink as well. So he'll take that as his other shift. Moving on, we move to this section. This is called the assembly line. Now the way the assembly line works is you provide a part to one of the cars in the assembly line. So say, for example, he provided a part to the black. That pushes this black forward 1. There's a card there, so that pushes him forward 1. Now, I have the choice of going forward to here or across to here. I think I'll push that down to there for the moment. And then a new car comes in at the back. Now, because black already has a blue piece on it, I can't use another blue piece. I can't trade it in because there's already blue there, so I'm stuck with those 2. What I could now do is put another blue onto this blue spot. I can put any coloured part onto any of the 5 cars, but I can't put double, so I can't put blue and blue. However, if there has been some research done, which we'll get to in a second, that's this area of the board just here. If there, for example, was a blue piece on the black, I would have to provide the blue first. Once that's been provided, I can provide any other colour. So by providing blue there, I could then push these forward. I can choose where to send them to, but I think that for the moment, I will send them out here, there, 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 and put another blue there. Now what that's done is that has gained me, the blue player, 1 point. That car now goes behind the car on the trial track. What I've also done is, because I've managed to push a blue one out, I get another bonus chair, and that would flip over a bonus up here as discussed previously. So all you're doing is following the arrows and not putting the same colour in. They will get cleared out at some point. Notice I only got this one because that's a blue car. If I push the black one, which is the next one to go out here, I'll get that. Once that goes, so say he uses his third turn to, I don't know, push forward another blue, which pushes that and pushes that guy down onto the line, so he gets another point. He's just pushed a black one out, so he'll get that extra chair. I'll just put that on his thing for a moment. This is now empty. It's the end of his turn. That's now empty, so that comes off. A new one comes on. That gets the number of chairs that are marked on top, which is 3. And then that small pile of cards gets shuffled, so any of the 3 could come out next turn. Okay, now pushing forward to the last section, which is this one, the testing and innovation. Let's, for example, assume that orange has taken the spot. So there's a couple of things that can happen here. First up, orange has a blue part. So he might use the blue part on the green car. So using the blue part for the green car, he'll get whatever bonus he covers up, so he might take 4 points. That car part has now been pushed forward. So he puts that over onto the side, and that pushes that part, the blue part, to being worth 2 points whenever that is scored. When you take this, it flips over, and that's worth 2 points. So another 2 points for orange, pushed him to there, as well as showing that the blue on the green car is his design. If, for example, there was a green car there, and this player had a green car in his pile, he could now, so that cost one action. What he could now do is go after that green car. So the way this works is these are the guys that are in testing. The car directly behind the pace car is worth 1 shift. The next 2 guys are worth 2 shifts. If there was a 4th one there, they would be worth 3 shifts. Once there are 4 there, if more come out of the department above it, we remove that car. And so everything kind of pushes forward to make sure there's 4 cars and the newer ones are going at the back each time. So the other 2 shifts that he would use would be to get this one using the green car that goes back, and then he would choose one of these garages to put his car in. Maybe he chooses that one, and that gains him another chair. The red chairs, these are the same as just flipping those chairs over. So please forgive me if I do the one that you expect it not to be. If there are no more garages, and only if there are no more garages available, you can delete one of these cards to replace it with the other car, but you don't get the benefit below that garage again. Now, because he used up 2 shifts, that pushes the pace car 1, 2 spots further forward. Obviously, all the other cars are keeping up with the pace car. Once his car gets there, then we go to the meeting as discussed in the other video. I believe that is everything that needs to be discussed for Kanban. If I've missed anything, please comment below. If you notice something that needs to be added, please comment below. If you have any comments or suggestions, please also comment below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.